Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine and welcome to my channel. If you're like me, then you've been watching the news and you have been feeling a little bit stressed by it. Whether it's because of the storming of the Capitol or coronavirus, there has been a very high level of stress in really the last 8 or 9 months. So I thought that it would be nice to give you all a couple of tips on how to de-stress. Because when all you're receiving is a lot of negative energy, you have to be the one to put positive energy into your life. And that is because mental health is very important to overall health. So here are 7 ways for you to de-stress from everything that has been happening in the news. First thing you could do is you can exercise. How can you do this? If you want to, and if it's safe, you can go out for a walk. Get some vitamin D, get some fresh air. If you live in Cleveland, you're not going to want to do that because it's probably going to snow. But if you live in a place where it's nice weather outside, try getting outside, getting out of your home, social distancing, and wearing a mask while you take your walk, or your jog, or your run, or your bike, whatever you do when you go outside. Or you can stay inside, run on the treadmill, the elliptical, the stationary bike. Anything you can do outside, you can do inside. And if you don't want to be that cardio person, there are so many different videos that you can do out there for strength, flexibility, agility, whatever you want. There are so many things on YouTube that you can watch to get in a good exercise. I even exercised this morning before making this video. And why do I do that? Considering that afterwards, I just feel sweaty and gross. Well, the endorphins, the stress relief, that is what a good workout does for you. And it makes you feel accomplished that you were able to get this done, that you were able to improve your physical and mental health at the same time. The next thing that you can do is you can get stuff done. I am sure that there is something you can do in your home right now. You can clean your bedroom, you can clean the kitchen, you could clean the living room, getting your house ready for all of the people that you can't have over right now. You could start doing your laundry if you're like me and you're a student, because I am a senior at Harvard University. If you're a student, you can start trying to get things together for your class. Or if you have already started classes by the time that you're watching this, stop watching this and go do your homework. Any of those things will keep you from being able to look at your phone, the TV, whatever it is that you are using to watch the news. You won't be able to do that if you are getting those things done around the house. The third thing that you can do is you can read. Just transport yourself to a completely different world than our own. You can get lost rediscovering your love for a good storyline, using your imagination, all of those things that you might not have been able to do because of the amount of stress that you're experiencing and because of the amount of negative energy that has been coming your way. But it doesn't have to be a new book. It doesn't have to be War and Peace. You can read something that is something you've already read before that you really liked because it made you feel good. If you want to sit and reread Harry Potter, go ahead. If you want to branch out and introduce yourself to something that you've never read, do that. Just go into a world that is not our own. Another thing that you can do is play video games. This is something where some people are going to say, oh, that's not a useful way of spending your time. But I think if it relaxes you, then it's getting the job done. Because that's what this video is all about. Things that you can use to de-stress from the news. So play a video game. It could be Animal Crossing, it could be Among Us, it could be Halo. It doesn't matter what it is that you want to play, but like reading, you are transporting yourself to another world. One where maybe you have magical powers, you get to wield fantastical weapons, and you're given a goal, an accomplishment that you're trying to reach. So now there is a directive. And the good thing about that is because now that you are playing a video game, you're now taking an active role in defining the life of your character. You're taking some actionable steps as opposed to when you're sitting on the couch watching the TV, you're just being passive. So I think that one of the great ways to de-stress is playing video games. Going off of one of the games I mentioned earlier, Among Us. It's a multiplayer. You play with friends or you make friends. So go out there and reconnect with other people of the world. Now is not the time to close yourself off because we are social creatures. One of the things that we love doing is being with other people, whether it's talking to them, seeing them. Being able to have contact with another human being is very useful to your own mental health. It's also just very stress relieving to know that you are not alone. And if you all want to, you can make a rule that we're not going to talk about the news while we're together. That's perfectly fine. Or you can get together to talk about what it is you've been seeing as a sort of kind of therapy session where you're all talking about what it is that you've experienced, how it has impacted you, and to just get those things off of your chest. Whether you're deciding to talk about the news or not, being with other people is one of the best things that you can do for yourself mentally. The next thing that you can do is you can pamper yourself. I decided to paint my nails, finally. I painted them a nice nude pinkish color, so that really relaxed me. You could also do your face care routine. You could get dressed up and strut around the living room because you're not going to be able to go out to the club for other people to see, but you can do whatever it is that makes you feel nice, feel good, something that takes your self-confidence, your self-image up another level. And I think that's a great way to de-stress because if you look good, you feel good. Another thing that you can do, if you're feeling up for it, is you can be creative. So you could draw, you can sketch. If you're feeling up to it, you can paint. I'm going to be trying my hand at that one. But creative expression is something that can be very useful to you emotionally. And it doesn't have to be some grand endeavor. You could draw some fruit. You can draw what's outside your window. You can even do something that's weird and abstract. That's okay, it's fine, it's yours, you created it. No one else's opinion matters when it comes to what you create. Try your hand at some arts and crafts. Redecorate your room, your kitchen. There's so many things that you can try to be creative and show off your artistic expression because that can be good for you mentally as a way to de-stress. I hope some of those suggestions were useful in giving you ideas of how it is that you can de-stress from what it is that's been happening in the news. I will see you next time and thank you for watching the video. Bye.